Oh, Andy, what the? Seriously. Okay, so I saw this tweet the other day. Obviously, it's been a few days. But when I saw this, and it's Andy says that they will not recast Ezra Miller for potential sequel to The Flash. And he says, I don't think there's anyone that can play the character as well as they did. Referring to Ezra Miller. What? Like, the fuck? Seriously, like, what the actual fuck? Now, we'll come back and look at some of these tweets. It says here, the Flash 2 director reveals if Ezra Miller will be replaced in the possible sequel. Everybody, or majority of everyone, hates Ezra for what they've done. It is by far one of the most, all the stuff that they have done is fucking horrible. I've done a video on my main channel. I don't know if this is going to go on my main channel, but go have a look because literally it's fucking disgusting. All the stuff that they have done. Horrible, horrible. The Flash director, word I cannot say, whether Ezra Miller will be replaced as Barry Allen in the potential sequel, proving he gets his way. Across last year, Miller found themselves entangled in controversy due to a slew of legal problems, seamlessly placing their career at DC future in jeopardy. Despite this, Warner Brothers maintained its commitment to release the already wrapped $220 million Flash movie, as the flick simply costs too much to consider reshooting without Miller, given they appear in virtually every single scene. Now, okay, I will say this. You got rid of all the other actors. You've scrapped so many projects over time. This is Warner Brothers and stuff like that. Yet this one that has the most stuff against Ezra ever, and you're keeping it? Like there's nothing we can do. The film's going to go out there. I think that they just can't be bothered because I think personally that Ezra has got stuff on these guys, and it's like, if you fire me or get rid of my movie, I'm going to say this and you'll lose your job. And they're like, shit, son, we can't get rid of it. Fuck, keep him on. Yeah, again, you're rebooting everything. All the other films don't matter now, so you could have him suddenly transform into someone else as Barry Allen later on, and we know who the perfect person would be for this. But just kind of hearing that, just, you know, either what's this person got on you, Andy? Like, what have they got? Reports surrounding Miller's DC future have been rather contradictory, going from Warner Brothers repeatedly calling it quits with the actor last summer to executives supposedly being more open to keeping them around in recent months. Will Ezra Miller star in The Flash 2? Speaking with the Playlist Disclosure podcast, the Flash's director Andy addressed Ezra Miller's future and possible of them reprising Barry Allen in the potential sequel if it were to happen. When asked if Miller would continue to play Barry Allen in The Flash 2, Andy revealed if a sequel happens, yes, the actor would return. Justify the statement, the filmmaker explained, nobody can play the character as well as they did. Oh, really? Like, there is one actor that has been doing this a lot longer who would be perfect, who is the best Flash that I ever seen, but we'll talk about that in a moment. As it felt like Barry Allen was made for them. No, it was made for one person. I don't think there's anyone that can play that character as well as they did. The other ones of the character are great, but this particular version of the character, they just excelled in doing it. And as you said, the two Barrys, it feels the same character was made for them. Fuck off, Andy. Just fuck off. Producer Barbara added how Miller was brilliant with and the most committed to The Flash during its production. In principal photography, Ezra was brilliant and the most committed and the most professional actor. Ezra gave everything for this role, physically, creatively, emotionally. They were absolutely supreme. Back in October 2022, The Flash 2 was reported to be in development, with a script already being written by Aquaman screenwriter David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick. Why did I just think of Scrooge McDuck? Taking over from Christina Hodgson, who wrote The Flash, Birds of Prey, and Batgirl. Okay, so Birds of Prey wasn't that great and Batgirl never saw the light of day, yet you cancelled that when it was pretty much finished. What the fuck? It's unclear wherever the sequel has been since continued development following James Gunn and Peter Safran's DC studio takeover in November. Why the Flash director probably can't save Ezra Miller's job. James Gunn is currently in the mid-set of rebooting the DCU, with Ben Affleck's Batman and Henry Cavill's Superman already confirmed to be in the line for a recast. The fate of the rest of the DCU's Justice League remains up in the air, but reports point to more recastings and possibly a new role for Aquaman's Jason Momoa. Ezra Miller's Flash is a unique position compared to the rest, as there was already talk of them facing a recast ahead of DC Studios restructuring due to the ongoing controversy, and yet the situation only gets tougher as the Flash, and particularly Miller's performance, receives universally glowing reactions. No, at the end of the day, if you like him, fine, but yeah, don't forget all the shit that they've done. Even though Andy clearly had a stellar time working with Miller on the Flash and hopes to see them return given the excellent performance they delivered, the decision regarding his speedster future will ultimately fall on DC Studios' James Gunn and Peter Safran, along with the other Warner Brothers executives. With the Flash said to be one of the greatest superheroes ever made, doubt that, replacing the lead actor in favor of a reboot would be a bold move. Even on the financial front, certain projections are pointing to a successful box office opening for The Flash. But how far the Speedster's legs can take him remains to be unseen. Despite how a script for The Flash 2 was supposedly being written last year, that could easily still find itself abandoned. After all, given Batman, Superman, and most of the Justice League are being seemingly recast, it would be rather confusing for general audience if only part of the team was replaced. As of now, there are no further projects or appearances confirmed for the DCU's Chapter 1. However, Gunn has been clear on these initial 10 projects state announcement only than less than half of what's to come, and is undeniably the fastest man alive will be seen again in the near future. But unfortunately, fans should prepare themselves for the potential Ezra Miller won't be one appearing in the suit next time. Even Andy may not necessarily be back to tackle the sequel or reboot, as Everson suggests he may be on the end of the DC Batman reboot, The Brave and the Bold. Coming back over to Twitter, what have people said about this? Grant would definitely pull this off. I think that Grant would absolutely slam this role straight away. I'd watch this one, but it was already filmed, but I will not watch any DC content if this is there. Fine, yeah, I'd say that if people do not want to watch it, go for it. The first choice I'd easily make is Grant by comments. A few other people feel the same. I'm sure Ezra will perform well in the upcoming movie, but I don't think they should continue being the Flash after. I hope not. I just think they've done too much damage. And I agree. There is so much damage that Ezra has done to this role that has stopped people from wanting to go see it. People are boycotting it because they don't want to give the money to the people, like to the studios, because obviously, say if this made let's say this made like $8 billion, then obviously they'd be like, right, we need Ezra in this. But yet there's so much damage right there straight away. And this would really infuriate me if they kept him on, because I would not support any DC project if he's tied to it whatsoever. Ezra is great as the Flash and all, but with all the allegations against him, it's best they replace him. My pick is this guy. Throwing shade at the GOAT. Barry Allen is the GOAT. It would just be fucking amazing to have him in there. I don't think there's anyone that can play the character as well as they did. Grant Gustin fan says, hello. Exactly. What? Lol, he's a CW actor. He is nothing of a great actor. Plays his super cheesy lines and attitude. I have no doubt Grant is better human than being Ezra. I would disagree. I've really liked Grant's portrayal. So again, this person is free to have their opinion. I still think that Grant was a fantastic Flash, regardless of what he was being given. And there we go. That is literally it. I know this video is a tiny bit long, but I just kind of really wanted to talk about this. I think that Andy is completely wrong in this. I do not think that Ezra is the best and nobody else could play that character. There are probably 1,001 better actors. Grant would be the best character, the best choice for this, in my opinion. What would your opinion be? Let me know down below in the comments. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.